Morning guys, how are you all today? So I'm on my way to my speed awareness course. Thank God it's not the traffic light awareness course, because apparently that one is really boring. But basically, for those of you who don't know or don't live in the UK, we kind of work on a scheme of points in terms of your driving. So these aren't positive points, these are negative points. So basically what happens is you start off with 12 available points. Now, if you go over the 12 points, you're banned from driving for a period of time, maybe 6 months or a year or 9 months, something like that. So what happens is, let's say for example you get caught speeding. Let's say you get caught doing what I got caught doing, which is ridiculous, which is 54 in a 50, which doesn't usually happen, but maybe there's a reason behind it, I don't know. Anyway, 54 in a 50, normally what you would get for that, anything over the speed limit, is 3 points, which means a quarter of your overall 12 points are basically not available to you before you can get banned. So what they've started doing is, in some cases, not all cases, they've started saying that for those people that get caught with a standard 3-pointer, instead of actually taking the 3 points on your license, which causes your insurance to go up and various other kind of negative factors, you can go on a speed awareness course. Now, it's the same thing if you jump traffic lights. So if you go for a red light and you get caught, that would normally be 3 points. Or now, sometimes they offer you a traffic light awareness course. So yeah, that's what I've got to do today. And it's so much better to get to do the course rather than take the points, because when you have points on your license, A, you're closer to getting banned if you do get caught again. And also, it makes your insurance go up as well. So, not good to get points on your license. But either way, I'm going to go do this course. It starts at 9:45 and I think finishes at 2:15 or 2:45. So it's quite long. And apparently, you just sit there all day watching videos of car crashes and people speeding and causing accidents and all this kind of stuff. So I'm sure it will completely rehabilitate my addiction of speed. In this case though, I wasn't really speeding, I was doing 54 in a 50, which is ridiculous. Maybe that's why they offered me the course, because it was just a tiny little bit over the limit. But either way, it's going to be seriously boring, and I wish I didn't have to do it. But like I say, better to do that than to have the points on your licence. I'm going to throw it out there as to how many points you guys think I've got on my licence. And I'll let you, actually no, I'm going to tell you, because otherwise I'll get a bunch of emails saying 6 points, 4 points, 8 points. Yeah, so I've got 0 points. Believe it or not, I've got 0 points on my licence. I have been banned a couple of times for various different things. To be honest, most of it was in the days when I used to ride a motorbike all the time, and I always used to get caught for doing all kinds of stuff. A lorry driver has nearly just killed me, but anyway, let's continue. Yeah, so that is pretty much most of my day. I mean, that's going to take up most of the day, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing after that. I know I've got training tonight at 7, so quite looking forward to that. And then yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do after that. But anyway, I'm sure I will let you guys know. Had some nice pictures done with the GH4 yesterday, or not done, but I took some nice pictures with the GH4. Very impressive. The HDR mode works alright if everything is completely static, but if you've got like so much as a moving leaf in the background, when it tries to weld the pictures back together, it looks kind of silly. So yeah, it does sort of work, but sort of doesn't at the same time. But either way, actual photos with the GH4, they come out fairly good. ISO, not particularly good. Anything above about 800 seems to kind of deteriorate a little bit, which is actually pretty awful. But maybe that's because they've managed to squeeze the 4K onto that little sensor, who knows. But either way, yeah, the video quality comes out nice. No comparison really to the 1DC, but comes out nice. So it'll be interesting to do some more tests on that and see how I get on with it. But I am now nearly arriving at my speed awareness course, so I will be back with you guys a little bit later. It's so weird driving this car after having driven my other car for so long, because the steering wheel is huge. You feel like a bus driver, and you sort of move the steering wheel, but the car doesn't very particularly turn. until you turn it quite far. But yeah, this car is pretty good actually. I'll tell you, for the price that I got it for, this is a nice bit of kit, and it is amazing what you can get in that kind of low price range when you start looking around. Even the Renault was a fairly decent bit of kit, considering how much it cost. You know, you could have driven that and driven that and driven that until it fell to pieces, and it probably would have served you fairly well. You probably would have got good value for money out of it. This is obviously a little bit more luxurious, and has some extra kind of nice features. The sat-nav works fairly well. The only thing is with the sat-nav, obviously the maps are probably quite out of date, and I don't know if you can actually get up-to-date maps for a car that is this old. So that would be, I don't know if anyone knows that. If you do, let me know, because I'd quite like to update the maps. But most roads are fairly static. It's only kind of new builds and stuff that change, so that works. The stereo in here was an upgraded option, and it's got some sort of 18 speaker system or something like that, and works really well. Sounds pretty goddamn quality. It's a big car. The leather is in good condition. Everything pretty much works fairly well. So yeah, pretty happy with this beast as well. So my little speed awareness course has now finished. Oh man, I mean, it was significantly boring. It really was ridiculously boring. Nearly 5 hours of going over speed and this and that, and oh my word, it was boring. I can't imagine it has any psychological effect on anyone whatsoever. Seems like either some kind of weird money-making scheme or some left-wing madness. I'm not sure which one. Probably money, I would imagine. But yeah, absolutely crazy. A lot of money as well. I think I had to pay about £150 to sit on it. And for what it was, I mean, it's definitely not worth it. So the government are clearly raking it in from this. But yeah, anyway, I am now home. I've been home. I'm going to just head out and grab something to eat, because I have not eaten all day. And then later on this evening I've got to head over to training. So I'm going to call that a day today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all back tomorrow. Peace.